A $15 lunch could cost you 5 extra years at work. Not because of delivery fees or truffle oil, but because the most expensive part of that lunch may be the money it could have become 30 years from now. That sounds ridiculous. A sandwich cannot delay retirement. So how could something as ordinary as lunch become that expensive? The answer begins at 12:07 every afternoon. Imagine Maya. She works in an office and buys a $15 lunch almost every day, usually something ordinary like a sandwich, salad, or bowl. She does not see it as a financial decision because her coworkers are going. She is tired and she did not prepare anything at home. $15 feels forgettable, and that is precisely why it matters. One afternoon, Maya realizes she could prepare a similar lunch for about $5, which means she's really spending an extra $10 per workday. That adds up to $50 a week and roughly $2,400 across 48 working weeks. At that point, lunch is no longer just lunch. It has become a subscription she never remembers starting. But $2,400 a year does not equal 5 years of retirement until time enters the equation. Suppose Maya invested the difference, which works out to about $200 each month. At an illustrative average return of 7% over 30 years, it could grow to roughly $240,000 before taxes, fees, and inflation. Actual returns would vary, but the mechanism is what matters. Maya did not spend $240,000 on lunch. She spent $10 at a time, while the rest of the cost came from decades of lost growth. If she eventually needs around $48,000 a year in retirement, then $240,000 represents 5 years of living expenses. One small daily expense could become 5 entire years. Imagine every lunch receipt connected to the next, with Mondays attached to Tuesdays, and the chain continuing across months, jobs, and offices until it wraps around a calendar. 5 years of pages are trapped inside it. No single receipt can hold Maya there, but thousands of them together can. Now imagine 2 versions of her who earn the same salary and work the same job. One buys lunch every day, while the other brings food from home and automatically invests most of the difference. 30 years later, one may still need the next paycheck, while the other has enough to leave years earlier, not because she discovered a secret investment, but because one ordinary decision kept repeating while time amplified it. The obvious lesson would be to stop buying lunch, prepare every meal at home, give up every small pleasure, and invest everything instead. Except that conclusion is probably wrong. Lunch is not the enemy. Buying it can save time, give you a reason to leave the office, and turn an ordinary workday into a chance to talk with people you enjoy. Preparing food at home is not free either, because it still requires ingredients, planning, effort, and time. The real danger is not spending $15. It is spending it repeatedly without ever deciding whether it is worth $15 to you. One lunch will not destroy your retirement, and skipping one will not save it. What changes your future is the pattern beneath the lunch, the convenience you pay for without thinking, the subscriptions you forget about, the upgrades that quickly become normal, and the familiar purchases that slowly stop feeling like choices. Lunch simply makes that pattern easier to see. You do not need to bring food every day for the next 30 years. You could do it twice a week, still join your coworkers on Fridays, and automatically invest part of what you save. The goal is not to feel guilty whenever you spend money. It is to notice when a small expense has quietly become permanent. A $15 lunch is not automatically a waste. Sometimes it is exactly what you need. But when the receipt lands on the table, look at it carefully. It may be nothing more than lunch, or it may be one tiny link in a chain stretching all the way to retirement.